Kerry Cooks is no longer the secondary coach at Oklahoma, and we're going to talk about what that means, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time, and today we are going to talk about what it means for Oklahoma that Kerry Cooks is no longer the secondary coach there. For those of you that went to bed early on Friday night or have better things to do than watch Twitter, I commend you. 1. 2, you probably missed that Texas Tech tweeted out a photo of Kerry Cooks as their new safeties coach. And yeah, we kind of thought this was coming. We knew that the entire staff that was built by Mike Stoops, put there by Mike Stoops, was not going to be tenable for Oklahoma in 2019, especially with the hiring of a new defensive coordinator, for which, if you're going to keep some guys, you're going to have to let that guy get in a couple of folks that he wants in some key positions. Now, the retirement of Tim Kish opened up at least one linebacker spot, and there's reason to believe that you might not keep a guy like Bob Diaco. You might keep him. We'll see. But you know that you have at least one other spot to fill in addition to Tim Kish's spot, in that of, yes, Kerry Cooks. Now, everywhere that Alex Grinch has been, he's been the safeties coach. The one time he was defensive coordinator at Washington State, he was also the safeties coach, co-defensive coordinator at Ohio State, where he was not the play caller, also safeties coach. The man knows from safeties. He obviously likes coaching safeties. But I think he would want to bring in somebody that he's worked with or someone that Lincoln is very high on to be the cornerbacks coach. In particular, somebody that could help keep the two 2020 cornerbacks in the boat for 2020. Now, for a story on OUinsider.com, I reached out to Jalen Huff and Darion Green-Warren, who were both featured on the channel earlier this week, gave outstanding interviews for those of you that missed it before Kerry Cooks left his post as the secondary coach at Oklahoma. Both of them were very happy about their commitments. And then later on Friday night, they both said, I'm still committed, but I'm terribly interested to see who the cornerbacks coach is going to be, as are we all. Now, I think a guy like Chip Viney has to be in the mix. He's a recruiting analyst at Oklahoma right now. He also coached cornerbacks at Nevada, and he was an early offer to guys like DGW, Darion Green-Warren. So you know that he can scout talent, and you know that he knows from what he wants in a cornerback and knows what fits in Oklahoma. And you really do want to nail down whoever this linebackers coach is going to be. You've heard guys like Roy Manning. You've heard guys like Brian Odom. We're all going to have to wait and see. And in particular, whether or not the hire is going to be one that the 2020 cornerbacks like, because with just 5 commits in this class, and those 2 being the defensive commits, you got to wonder if they're even being consulted. Probably not, but I'm sure they would like to be about what they would like to see in a cornerbacks coach, especially knowing that Alex Grinch's defense is going to be more multiple, which probably means that the cornerback's going to have to do a lot of different things. I would love to see them just play man and cover 2 perhaps, but you got to have some cover 3 in there, and I'm sure they're going to run some quarters from time to time. I just kind of hope they get rid of the bail technique. I don't like the bail technique. I think that only a few guys can play it and play it well, and if you're one of those guys, kudos to you. But the majority of corners are going to be undersized when we're talking about wide receivers, because wide receivers, especially in the Big 12, routinely go 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", and they can moss you, so you want to get your hands on them early and often and try to make them uncomfortable. And guys like Darion Green-Warren and Jalen Huff are very comfortable going at bigger, taller wide receivers. Darion Green-Warren comes out of modern day, where he was in the same defensive backfield as guys like Jeremiah Criddle, who is a Sooner signee, and Elias Ricks, who's committed to LSU and is a top 2020 cornerback. And they went up against guys like Brew McCoy, right, who is a top 5-star wide receiver committed, signed to USC. And then when you talk about Jalen Huff, all he did was spend the summer going on 7-on-7 against guys like Jaden Hazelwood, because they're on the same 7-on-7 team. Cam Newton's 7-on-7 team. So you're going to want to bring in somebody that already bolsters what they do well. They're bigger quarterbacks than what we've been used to, because the 5'9" dude, the 5'10" dude is someone that you don't necessarily want to go after if you're Oklahoma playing corner. And these guys are 6 feet and growing. So we're all going to be interested to see who's going to replace Kerry Cooks. And we're probably going to find out sooner rather than later. All right, that's it for me. Doses.